Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about some legislation that is pending in Tennessee. Apparently, they've discovered that Narcan, which is the antidote, the drug that is used when someone has an overdose, apparently Narcan doesn't always work with Kratom. Now, I have put a lot of content out there about Kratom, and frankly, I've taken quite a bit of flack for it because it's, quote, natural, and it's it's sold at gas stations. So how harmful can it be? And my position has been and will continue to be that Kratom is just it's just another opioid out there that apparently seems to have fallen through some type of loophole, and it's now being legally sold, at least for the time being, legally sold at gas stations. And I would equate it with things like marijuana, which I think are extremely dangerous. And again, I took a lot of flack for that too. But I'm not going to change my position on this because we see it in the office every day. And I'll talk to you about this article in a second. But the point is, I also just spoke to a colleague of mine. He is a coach up in the Massachusetts area, and he has been in the behavioral health space for years. I mean, years, like 30 plus years. And they're having all kinds of problems with Kratom up in the Massachusetts area. Fox News just had an article, they did a whole news piece on it, I think yesterday, okay, about the issues we're seeing with Kratom. This is a problem, people. It's a serious problem. So here we go. A bill that would ban all forms of Kratom in Tennessee, also known as Matthew Davenport's law, continues to advance through the General Assembly. House Bill 1649 would prohibit the sale, possession, and distribution of Kratom in Tennessee. Good for them. Good for them. If passed, the bill would classify possession of Kratom as a Class A misdemeanor. Manufacturing or selling Kratom would be Class C and Class B felonies, respectively. So, when I was a young prosecutor back in the 90s, I used to handle these kinds of cases. And, it used to be possession of marijuana was a misdemeanor. But if you were selling the stuff, different story. You're going to get charged with a felony. So this legislation was born because a young man by the name of Matthew Davenport, who was only 27 years old when he died, apparently took some Kratom and it interacted with his medication and killed him. And it talks about the fact Kratom is a plant-based substance derived from a tropical tree native to Southeast Asia. Well, I'm pretty sure marijuana is a plant too, but that don't make it safe. It is typically sold in gas stations, vape shops, and online as powders, capsules, drinks, and gummies. In small doses, Kratom can act as a stimulant, but in higher doses, it can produce opioid-like effects. Yeah, the kids are taking it to get high. Let me find what else I want. Okay. They advertise Kratom as a herbal mood enhancer. We're bringing up the conversations, and hopefully that will help people look and understand and dig and try to figure out things before they put things in their bodies. I mean, yeah, I appreciate the fact that, education is important, right? But at the end of the day, it is up to our legislature, or the legislature in Tennessee in this particular case, to draw a line in the sand. Okay, there becomes a point in time where it's not okay to allow people to have access to everything under the sun, right? That's not what free societies do. And I know people want your freedom. And again, people have been upset because I'm telling them how to live their lives. Listen, I'm not telling anybody how to do anything. If you want to sit in your house and get stoned all day, that's your business. If you want to sit at home all day and drink, beers and whatever else, fine. Listen, you could do whatever you want. We're all big boys and big girls. We're adults. But I come from a very different perspective, okay? I speak to families, moms and dads in particular, from all over the country, okay? And marijuana and Kratom are a problem. And it is destroying individuals, it's destroying their lives, and it's destroying families. Because that's what a behavioral health does. A behavioral health disease does. It destroys the family. I've seen it. And I've spoken to families and parents especially who've lost an adult child. They're never the same, and my heart breaks for them, which is why we do this work. So you don't have to potentially face that tragedy. And yeah, you can tell I'm passionate about this stuff. I'm really passionate about it, which is why I put out all these videos. It's why I travel all over the state talking to groups about the work that we do, because hopefully, if we can only save one person and one family, then I did my job. But obviously my goal is to save a whole lot more than that. I think you get the point. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know, yeah, I'm passionate about this work. I care about this. So I'll put a link to the article in the description for this video. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. I'm sure I'm going to take some more flack for this. So be it. Bring it on. As long as you're respectful, I don't care if you disagree with me. It's okay to agree to disagree. And if you're a family out there who's dealing with this issue, call us. I'd like to talk to you. My team would like to talk to you about what options may or may not be available, both legal and non-legal. If there's an issue you're seeing in your family and I don't have a video out there about it, let me know. I'll make you a video. Let's get the information out there, because if it's affecting your family, probably affecting somebody else's too. So let's make that video for you. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want more of this content that I put out for you every single day, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.